Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be looking at using gloss sprays on the denim pages in the Dina Wakley journal. So I'm starting off with the denim page obviously, and I'm just going to put in some gesso onto the page. So the reason for this is it just gives a base to pop the gloss sprays on. It also helps the sprays be as their true brightness. If it goes onto the blue, they'll certainly go onto the blue, but you've obviously got that blue undertone. So by having a little bit of white there, or gesso, or any colour underneath, it's just going to make the gloss sprays that little bit more of their true colour. So I've just spread on really thinly. You can see it's patchy. It doesn't need to be completely even. It's just so you've got some sort of base there to work against. I'm using the new Bond stencil. I'm trying to find the gloss sprays I want to use. Excuse me. So in this piece I ended up, I think, using fuchsia and Tangelo, I think. Yeah, on this. So again, just really simply spritz it out. I might be rose, possibly. I don't know. I should know these things, shouldn't I? So I'm just cleaning off my stencil really quickly, but you can see that you by spraying on the gloss sprays, you get a really quick and easy way to put your stenciling on your page. So it's not quite as precise probably as if you use your sponge, but it's certainly a really easy way to get lots of colour on your page really quickly. I decided that I was going to then stencil over the top using my favourite masks, which is the Pensive Face, and I'm using some Payne's Grey for this, which is one of my favourite colours. So it's not black, it's very dark grey, but it's just not quite as intense, and it works really well. It's a beautiful neutral to have, and it works really well on the navy. The other colour I tend to use if I don't use Payne's Grey is the Night from Dina Wakley as well, which is also that sort of really dark navy blue, obviously. So it's an almost black, but it's not black. Once I've stenciled it out, I don't like having heads floating in the middle page, so I like to connect it to the edges. So I'm just extending my stenciling out one side, so extending that shoulder out, and then just softening off that edge piece, sort of taking it right out to the edge and bringing it down a little bit. I'm also finishing shaping off her head, because again it gets cut off a little bit, so she looks like she's got a beehive on her head. Now I'm just going in and drying off the rest of the paint so I can write over the top of it, and putting in my Posca paint pen. So you'll see by just adding that little bit of white onto the eye, so putting the catch-all in the eye and adding that little bit of white in, it just makes it sort of come alive again. It's a really easy trick, particularly if you're using face stencils, to make everything sort of come together. As I had paint left on my board, which I hate, I decided I would just start on my page on the other side. I don't think on this page I need to go back and have a look at in my journal, so I don't think I've actually done anything with it yet, but I hate wasting things. So if I've got paint or something left on my stencils, or I've got a dirty stencil there, I quite often will go on to the next page and just do something with it to use it all up. So you'll see me got my phone out and I'm looking for a quote for my page, which I can't actually remember what I wrote on it, because I'm doing this voiceover a little bit after I'd done it. I'm using my Posca paint pen to write on it, and you'll notice I also dried off my page. Oops, iPhone and iPad. I used the heat gun to dry off the paint, so you can get a good effect with the paint pen over the top. If it's damp, it kind of either the paint pen soaks into it a bit, or you find it doesn't work. So it is best to work on a dry surface. So beautiful girl with gorgeous eyes, a hidden world of hurt and lies. I was obviously feeling something that night when I did this. can usually tell by the quotes I choose. So this stencil I particularly love in the fact that it has got that negative space that you can write in, you can journal in it. And it's a really great way to sort of balance up your page. So even though the writing's off to one side, because that image now extends across the page, it sort of fills it in. So this is a really, really quick way to sort of finish off your page. One of the last things that I'm doing is to put some splatter on my page, sort of to tie it all together. So I'm trying to get the lids off my gloss spray, I think, so that I can flick it across my page. And I quite often have difficulties these days getting the lids off because my arm isn't quite as strong as it used to be. So I often use the little stem in the bottle itself to sort of get the dots across. And I'm just, again, repeating the colours I had in the background. So this sort of is a bit of a unifying force. It brings everything together. And because I'm using similar colours in the background, I'm using that repetition, it sort of all ties together. Again, just drying it off before I go. Decided to put a little bit of turquoise in her eyes just to have that little pop of a different colour on her page. And here it is. So you can see the really quick stenciling in the background, those little bits of splatter over the top with the different colours. And I love the fact that it's just by using the stem, it's quite random. But you can kind of direct where it's going on the page. So I hope you have a go at using your gloss sprays on your denim pages, and until next time, bye for now.